What's good? What's going on, man? It's your boy Ben. We back in this mode with another video, man. As you guys see by the title, what happened to Robert Bobrocdzky? Robert Bobrocdzky. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't reacted to nor seen this player ever in my life. Maybe a thumbnail, but never watched the vid of him. So we're gonna check this video out. He look mad tall. I'm not even gonna lie, like on some Victor Wembanyama type of. Yeah, but anyways, man, if you guys enjoy the video, enjoy the reaction, y'all make sure y'all drop a like on the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, turn your notifications on all of you bitch little bangers, man. And hop straight into it. Come outside and have some fun.
At the age of 8, he was 6'2". At the age of 12, he...
What? At the age of 8, he was 6'2". Hold on. Hey, real quick. Big shout out to Strictly B-Ball, man, for putting this banging together for us, man. At the age of...
At the age of 8, he was 6'2". At the
crazy.
age of 12, he was 7'1". Robert Bobrocdzky was one of the most intriguing high school basketball players of the last decade, who has now seemingly disappeared. Many believed he would go on to become the tallest player in the NBA, but we never got to see Rob Bob play pro ball. We never got to see him play.
He gotta have some
in
health
fact,
issues,
we really
bro.
didn't even get to see him much on the court in high
There's
school.
no way.
A lot of people just assumed Robert was too skinny and slow to play, and that's why we never got to see him on the court. But that is not the real reason we haven't seen Rob Bob these past 4 years. So I'm here to break down Robert Bobrocdzky's entire story, including the serious health struggles he faced that kept him off the court, and give you some insight into what he is doing now. Rob Bob is of Hungarian descent but was born in Romania. His father, Sigmund Bobrocdzky, was a 7'1" professional basketball player that had...
His father was 7'1". Robert was 7'1" when he turned 12 years old. That's unbelievable right there. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. That's
a long
wow.
22-year career. Funny enough, Sigmund actually played alongside George Mershon on the Romanian national team at one point. For those of you who don't know who George Mershon is, he was tied for the tallest NBA player ever at 7'7".
That's
he
crazy.
was also a cheat code in NBA 2K. But anyways, imagine going up against a front court of George Mershon and Sigmund Bobrocdzky. So Rob Bob grew up in a basketball family, and it became obvious at a very young age that he acquired the genetics of his father when it came to height. Robert was 6'2" by the time he was in the 3rd grade. So when he walked into that 3rd grade classroom at the age of 8, he was already towering over his teacher. Robert grew to 7'1" by the age of 12, and at 13 he was recruited to play for the amateur basketball club Stella Rossa in Italy. This is the same youth program.
Bro, like how does that work? Like we don't really see our growth, you know what I'm saying? Because you just really don't see your growth unless you actually take a measurement. Like this guy's like waking up every day and grow an inch, bro. Like this is crazy. Imagine just laying in bed, you hop out of bed the next morning, now you went from like 6'5" to like doggone 6'7", 6'8". It's like, bro, there's no way you was just this tall yesterday. I know his friends in school was like, bro, what in the world?
That produced former #1 overall pick Andrea Bargnani. So at that young age, Robert left home to play basketball and go to school in Rome, Italy. And this is when Rob Bob first went viral. Highlights surfaced of him dominating in an under-15 competition for Stella Rossa. He was deemed Europe's tallest teenager who showed real promise for European basketball in years to come. In these early videos, his skinny frame obviously jumped off the screen, but people looked past that because he was only 14 years old and had so much time to develop.
Crazy,
the fact
bro.
that Rob could hit mid-range jumpers and pass the ball at his staggering 7'2" size shocked the basketball world. He continued to gain buzz when one of the most popular basketball YouTubers at the time, Oprah Side, reacted to one of his highlight tapes.
Oprah Side. 7. Shout out to Oprah, man.
6. But Robert Bobrocdzky really became a household name when he made the decision to move to the United States in 2017 to play high school basketball. He was recruited by a few of the top programs in the nation, including Montverde, but he ended up deciding to go to Spire Academy in Ohio. Many thought he would dominate high school hoops with his height, but that was not the case. Rob Bob couldn't really get on the court much at all in his first year due to a lack of strength, mobility, and endurance. But there were some positives in his first year at Spire. While playing limited minutes, he did put on weight. He was on a 5,000 calorie a day diet and worked tirelessly to put on the pounds. He reportedly ended up going from 190 to 205 pounds. But 205 pounds.
That's Nah, he gotta be weighing at least like 270. You know what I mean? Like at least like 270, probably pushing 3. You know what I mean? Yeah. 205. Yeah, I'm about 20. I'm not 2. I'm nowhere near 205. Don't even let me lie to you like that. But hey, for his height, nah, that's still massive.
7 is still a cause for concern. Despite barely playing, the legend of Rob Bob continued to grow. Max Preps posted a video of a 3-point shootout with Rob Bob, and he made 4 threes in a row. People started talking about how as soon as he puts on some weight, he'll break any league he's in with his shooting ability. Robert still expressed his main goal of making it to the NBA and becoming just the 3rd Romanian player to ever do so.
I would love to, get the opportunity to be in a position where I'm that good that I can actually join the league. That would be huge.
And then things got even more interesting in Rob Bob's career. At that time, LaMelo Ball announced he would be returning to the United States for his senior year of high school at none other than Spire Academy. Everyone was talking about the potential duo of LaMelo Ball, one of the most viral high school basketball players ever, and the 7'7" Rob Bob.
Hold up. Now walking around getting, I gotta make it.
Robert continued to struggle with his mobility and weight, but it turns out his health struggles were more serious than that, as he was dealing with the severe effects of a scoliosis curve in his spine. His scoliosis curve that got progressively worse over time caused severe back pain and misalignment of his hips. This was the real reason he struggled to move up and down the court. Rob Bob never got the chance to share the court with LaMelo Ball. In 2020, after the pandemic hit, and after not hearing from Robert in a while, he appeared on an Overtime podcast hosted by Jordan McCabe. And this 1 hour plus conversation revealed a lot about what happened to him over those past 2 years. Robert revealed that he got back surgery in his time at Spire, something that was not known publicly up until that point.
I had a back surgery during my senior year.
Yeah.
That's why I was out for the entire past 2 years pretty much.
This surgery was likely done to mitigate the severity of his scoliosis curve. His back problems and eventual surgery is what kept him off the basketball court those last 2 years of high school. So while many believed he was just not good enough or too skinny to compete, he was battling major health issues and recovering from a major spine surgery. Robert was not someone that posted on social media very much, so it wasn't too surprising that he did.
You know what? A lot of super tall players or people who grow above like that 7'1", 7'3" height, it's like they have some type of problem with back, knees, you know what I'm saying, weight issues. We all see it, man. It's a lot that goes with that being that height, man. So hopefully he's doing a whole lot better than scoliosis. That's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Decide to announce his reason for his absence. But another huge piece of information came out of this conversation with Jordan McCabe. While most people thought Robert was done with basketball, he announced in this podcast that he was not.
A couple days ago, I committed to Rochester University in Michigan.
Like I said, almost everyone thought Robert's career was over, but it turned out there was at least one college that wanted to give him another chance. And he made it clear that he was ready to play. He was fully healthy coming off of that surgery. Interestingly enough, he also went on to say that his back surgery might have even given him another inch of height. So from 7'7" to 7'8".
Scoliosis kind of curved
didn't
in.
play for Rochester University in the 2020-21 season, and he didn't play in the 2021 2021-22 season either. He had been attending Rochester for school.
What?
Interestingly enough, he also went on to say that his back surgery might have even given him another inch of height, so from 7'7" to 7'8". But unfortunately, Robert didn't play for Rochester University in the 2020-21 season, and he didn't play in the 2021-22 season either. He had been attending Rochester for school over those 2 years though. In March of this year, 2022, he did another podcast, this time with his friends from Rochester University, and we learned more about what he's been up to. We got some insight into Robert's hobbies, which include crypto, playing the piano, producing EDM music, and playing chess. But of course, everyone wants to know an update on his basketball career. Robert was in fact a part of the Rochester basketball program over his first 2 years, but he just did not play in games. At one point during this podcast, he expressed that he was at the point where he had to decide between continuing to pursue basketball and doing something else. And he said,
I wonder why he wasn't playing though. Like, if he was on the roster and was on the team, they wanted him so bad. Was it because of publicity? Had to have been because of that. You gonna want the man so bad but not even play him? Health condition? Was he not able to like really hoop, or like what's up?
Leaning towards doing something else. So that tells me Robert will not be rejoining the basketball program this fall. After years of intense training, trying to put on weight, and battling serious back problems, it now officially looks like Robert's basketball career has come to an end. I really wish things could have worked out better for Rob.
Yeah, man, we would love to see him in the league.
Hype and expectations that were placed upon him. But one thing is certain, Robert is a very smart guy with a lot of interesting hobbies, and he will find something to do post-college. Also in this podcast, he said that he wanted to start capitalizing on the opportunity to build his personal brand moving forward. And we can see that this did start to happen. Robert started posting on Instagram earlier this year, which is something he never did prior. And something that I don't think anyone actually knows is that he started his own podcast called The NovaCast, where he and his buddies talk about things like crypto, movies, college, and life as a 7'7" person. I definitely don't think we've seen the end of Robert Bobrowski in the public spotlight. And that's gonna do it for today's video. We do a ton of research leading up to these videos, and we have a lot more where this came from. So if you enjoyed this story, make sure you subscribe and
smash that sub, man. Big shout out to Strictly B-Ball, man. Big shout out to him putting this video together for us, man. Hey, look. Man, I hate to see it. So we know he probably 9 times out of 10 not gonna be playing for no league or Drew League or nothing like that due to his injuries or whatnot, or his health issues dealing with basketball. Even though he had the surgery, you know, it's still a chance of something else happening. It just comes with that height, man. Like I said, if you over like 7'1", like a lot of these super tall players, like 7'3", 7'4", 7'5", man, it's hard for them to stay healthy just due to that height issue, man. We got Victor Wembanyama. I think that's how you say it last name. I might be butchering it a little bit, but I think he's like 7'4", 7'5", and he was 1v1 Ruby Gobert. Ruby Gobert like 7'1", 7'2", so it's like, bro, but he look like he's healthy. If Victor put on some weight, he's definitely gonna be a problem in the league for sure. You know what I'm saying? We seen him move. He went crazy, man. But anyways, man, if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoy the reaction, man, y'all be sure to drop a like on the video, man. If you want to see more of this content, man, be sure to hit that sub button, click the bell icon, turn it on all so you don't miss no bangers, man. Appreciate the love, support. Appreciate y'all watching the video with me. Be sure to check out one of the videos on the screen. It's definitely a banger. I wouldn't miss it if I was you. Catch y'all next video, man.